There, in this video I'm going to quickly go over the 4-wheel drive omnidirectional Mecanum wheels robotic car kit from Adeept. It's a powerful robotics car platform that should prove fairly easy for developers to further modify for their needs. I'd first like to thank Adeept for giving me the opportunity to try out, test, and utilize this vehicle. It really is a nice car with a decent speed, more expansion capabilities than I can count. That's not true, I can count. And has been a pleasure to work with. First, let's go over some of the capabilities. So on board here, we have the Banana Pi Pico WS3, a board from Banana Pi with onboard flash, a NeoPixel. You can see the NeoPixel right there. It's in the 2020 form. A green LED, and of course the espressive ESP32-S3. A powerful SoC that has Wi-Fi and Bluetooth capabilities. I'm a big fan of them as I've used them previously with the Zhao line from Seed Studio. But this one in particular has tons of pins, which you really need for a project like this. And the neat thing about this is the Adeept motor shield here is designed to work with the Pico, but it's also pin compatible with this board, which was designed to be pin compatible with the Pico, so of course it would be. But let's go into some of the features of the motor shield here from Adeept, because this is where things really shine. I'd like to highlight some important aspects though. So of course we have the connection to the Pico WS3. We have two I2C connectors here. We have a buzzer, the IR receiver. We have 4 WS2812s, or called NeoPixels in the West. And there's actually, right here, you see this little one down here? That's actually an expansion for additional WS2812s on that pin, which is nice if you have some lighting you want to do, maybe underlighting or something. I couldn't find a connector of that size in my supplies, so I wasn't able to test it out, but in the future I'll definitely get one because it seems really cool. And I love LED things like that. Let me continue. In addition, we have the 4 servo controls up here. I'm plugged in right now for one of them to control the head of the robot. We have the additional GPIO with 2 connectors for it right there in the front, you can see, but it's just one GPIO, so I guess you would be doing the same thing for both of them if you were to use them, the same pin rather. There's the 4 DC motor connections right here, and the ultrasonic connection for the, it's back here, under here, for the ultrasonic, what is it, the HCSR04 module. That's in the front. Now to go into the robot. It has a few neat accessories to the board, of course. We have the LCD, we have the ultrasonic module itself, we have the line finder module underneath, which is neat that there's 3 of them, so it allows it to kind of determine if it should go forward or left or right. You have to configure it though, and I, in my video, made sure to mention that because initially I had it on the wrong settings there, and I really had to tune it in right to get it to follow the line exactly. But once it was tuned in, it worked great. So keep that in mind if you're using it, that you have to make sure that you go through the steps to make it work, because these electronics need to be tuned and calibrated in some cases, like the line detection. And the nice thing about that is you can kind of, over time, decide whether or not you want to loosen it or tighten it, depending upon if you're finding that it's not working perfectly. Where if it was kind of hard-coded, you wouldn't be able to do that. And then, of course, we have the servo here, which allows it to move back and forth, and we have this LED matrix. Let me see here. Okay. So this allows for a lot of customization, as there are a lot of spaces where things could go. The positives I found about the robot, and I have several other videos describing some of these things, but they are, it's fairly quick. It has tons of expansion ports. The Wi-Fi and Bluetooth built into the SoC allow it to have unique control methods, because you could design something to control it over Wi-Fi, as their example app uses. And in my website, I've gone and just set the commands over Wi-Fi myself using a Python script I put together real quickly. It's not very hard, and you could use that for full control if you wanted and didn't want to use the app. They also use CircuitPython, which makes it very easy for people who may have experience with other projects that use Python, as it's a really capable platform that's always being updated. The only negatives I found, and these aren't that big, at least I think, is the I2C doesn't list the SDA and SCL, so you have to check the schematic if you're gonna figure that out. My playlist, I have additional videos showcasing this, and it really works well. It's a neat robot, and I plan on doing a lot of projects in the future with, for example, my Gravity offline voice recognition module here to control the robot via sound. I plan on, over I2C, I plan on attaching the Seed vision sensor V2 to have it hopefully follow people. We'll see. These are just some projects I'm going to be doing, and I look forward to having other people take a look. Thank you for the time and for sticking with me. Please like and subscribe if you want to see more videos.